It's a big production.
I'm a pawn in this game of life. We call chess that word that manifests. Dear Lord, I try my best to break the chains of flesh. Mind gone now.
Shalom, we're the sister wives of the house of Judah. You may know our Lord as Judah the Shooter.
We're back today with another video. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notifications when we upload a new video. Ding!
And I'm Judah the Shooter. Shalom. That's right, and that's little Judah the Shooter in the background. Yes. So I guess before they get started, let me go ahead and, since I'm looking so fly, boom. In the building, you know what it is. Another one. We're gonna go ahead and get started, ladies and gents. You all have been wondering when they were gonna drop another video, so now is the time, as you see. And we've been having people that's been asking questions. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and let you all take over and do you all's thing. So, ladies and gents, please watch with an open mind. Brothers, have your wife or your wives or your potential wife or a concubine or concubines. Go ahead and sit on down and enjoy this. Once again, like, share, and subscribe. YouTube.com/House of Judah.
Also, House of Judah, we do sell 100% body oils. We sell them for men and women. They are 1 ounce bottles, and they are $6 a piece. We do ship anywhere. They are biblical names, so they're very unique names. Go ahead and let us know if you want to order.
We also have modest apparel. We sell dress skirts, and we have candles, and we have lip gloss. We have a ton of things. So look on our Facebook page. It's called Shopping with HOJ. Shopping with HOJ. And you can order there.
Go ahead and kind of give them a preview of what they would probably have with the dress. Go ahead and stand up, ladies. You go ahead and stand up first, yeah. All right.
So this was one of our dresses.
Mm-hmm.
It also comes with a head wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
See that? So that's basically what you'll be getting, guys. All right. So also we have news. One last thing before we get started. Somebody's pregnant. Yay! She's pregnant. Yes, she's pregnant. All right. So yeah, y'all look so good, man. We should go out for a drink or something. Well, I know you can't drink, but but something, because y'all look so beautiful. Mm-hmm. Look at you all. Tears. Yeah. Definitely one last thing. Shout out to the house of Caleb, my brother and my two sisters. They're out in California. So also let them know too, brothers, if your credit is trash, you want to get to the 700, 800 club like yours truly, we're going to be leaving information so that you can get your credit, together. Okay, because we can't be in the 400, 500, and 600 clubs. All right, so we got to get that credit score together.
Hey you guys, we are the Trade Line Queens. I know everything's been kind of hectic dealing with this COVID-19 pandemic, but please don't let that discourage you guys from getting your credit straight.
So if you have credit card debt, medical bills, inquiries, evictions, or even bankruptcies, we are here to help you. So give us a call at 1-833-CLUB-700.
That's 1-833-258-2700.
Mention 244
to receive a discount from Trayline Queens.
Credit score together. All right, so with that being said, ladies, I'll go ahead and let you all take over for the most part. I might interject and be petty, but go ahead and do your thing.
All right, the first question that we have is there a rule on how many women a man can court at a time?
Coming out the gate with the questions. All right, well, go ahead, ladies, do your thing.
In regards to that question, it all regards to your husband and what he, chooses as far as how many wives that he desires. That has nothing to do with us as wives. That is strictly your husband's decision and what he thinks that, he wants for his household and how many wives he wants for his household. So that would be a question for your head and not us as women.
Okay. All right. Well, that was the first question. Hopefully that was edifying. So whoever had that question, if you would like to go into more detail, just contact us and let us know, and we'll see if we can do a better job at answering. All right. So you have to bear with my wives. They are still fairly new, but they're doing a great job. Yes, they are. All right, go ahead. We have a second question.
Yep. The next question is, how did you transition mentally into the lifestyle of polygyny?
Good question.
Well, I can take this question.
Okay.
Mentally, getting to know this, how I got actually transitioned. Actually, my head had me actually read a non-biblical book first, and then gave me a really insight into different types of polygyny or poly. I didn't know there were different types until I read this particular book. And then once I really began to continue to read the Bible and notice that this is what our forefathers and foremothers did, and seeing that it was righteous. So mentally I had to get on their level and to know that, not to be jealous or being envious over another woman or anything like that, and knowing that this woman is my sister, and to treat her as such, and to love her as I love myself. I mean, the rest is pretty much history from there.
All right. If anyone else want to go ahead and answer that, Judy, go ahead. How did you prepare mentally? What was the question again? Read the question again.
How did you transition mentally into the lifestyle of polygyny?
All right, mentally. All right, go ahead then. Do your thing.
How I transitioned mentally was getting into the Bible, truly, not with lip service.
Explain what that means, because that might be, might be somebody new. What do you mean by lip service?
By the things that I say. I could say all day long that I was for polygyny or anything like that. But mentally, and by my actions, I wasn't. So how I transitioned, I had to truly renew my mind according to the scriptures. I couldn't come into this with the fleshly mindset that I had at first. Having some type of jealousy, not wanting to get to know these women. So that's how I had to transition my mind, by really digging into the scriptures and studying, because according to the Bible, it's okay to have multiple wives. So,
What?
So yes, again, it's okay to have multiple wives. So I had to really read the Bible and understand it and take my emotions out of it, because there was a point where I was emotional about it. So I can say that I had to renew my mind according to the scriptures to be okay with this lifestyle.
And what would you say to the women that is now at the point where you were emotional about it? What would you tell them?
I would say get out of your emotions. Get out of your emotions and get out of your feelings, and truly pick up the Bible and tap into the role that you're supposed to be in as a daughter, as a so-called daughter of Zion. We can't call ourselves daughters of Zion and you don't have the mentality of the scriptures and how our foremothers were and how they did polygyny. They give you examples, but of course they read the examples of polygyny gone wrong. But there's definitely scriptures in the Bible that justifies a man having multiple wives. So,
girl, give me 1 Corinthians 7:2.
I'll take you back to a few more chapters.
And I also have a channel where I deal with the lies in the scriptures that most I'll just say groups and religions use for the anti-poly doctrine. So definitely subscribe to the channel. I'll leave the link, so you definitely can check those out. I have lots of videos on that. But go ahead, love. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I just had to renew my mind, not just my mind, but my spirit. I had to not walk in the flesh and walk in the spirit. I had to walk in love. So that's what that's how I transitioned my mind to walk in love, and how, you know, these women came into polygyny with open arms. So who am I to not walk in love towards them? So that's how I transitioned.
All right. And you, love?
Okay, well, for me, it was mostly about accepting the fact that, you know, the submission that I'm supposed to have for my husband, and the role that I'm supposed to play within it all. After I started reading the Bible and I seen all of these different examples of these men with multiple wives, it's like, how can I argue against what's here, black and white, you know? And then understanding that when you come into a marriage and you have a husband, you are supposed to be striving to be like-minded to him. So why would I want to go against what my husband wants? Why would I want to dishonor my husband? Why would I want to upset him? Why would I want him to be happy regardless to, you know, whatever the situation or the circumstances are? So that was it for me.
Wow. Okay.
All right, next question. What did your husband do to transition you into their lifestyle?
Okay, well, that's something that I would have to answer first, because I'm technically the husband. I just threw him in there. So, and that's just how it's done. So I didn't sugarcoat anything. I'm not gonna say too much because I know you all want to go ahead and tell it from you all's perspective. But I didn't sugarcoat nothing. I just did it like Nike. Judy, I guess you can go ahead and go first. Because I remember I broke the news to you was in Florida when we were on vacation. That was funny. But anyway, you go ahead. Read the question again.
What did your husband do to transition you into that lifestyle?
Okay. Well,
Okay.
He already said it. He just basically threw me to the wolves. He just laid it out. He let me know that he was polygynous, and I was like, okay. But until he actually, you know, took another wife, of course, I didn't take it too well.
Well, look, wait a minute. I guess we can actually go back before that, because look, remember we had the conversation in the kitchen, and remember I was like, yo, hey, I was telling her, like, look, I want to be polygynous with or without you. I would rather be with you, and I wouldn't want to lose you. But if I have to lose you over the polygyny, I was basically letting her know, look, I'm willing to just throw it all away, because I'm going to do polygyny with or without you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I did give her the choice to say yay or nay. So that was me helping her, getting her mind ready and transitioning to actually doing it. It wasn't until later when we went on that trip with our family to Destin, Florida. If you all have never been there, you all have to go. And it was at that point I broke the news to her. That was probably like a year or two later, I want to say, when we went on there on that trip.
I'd say a few months.
That wasn't a few months. Are you serious? Was that a few months for real?
It was a few months. I definitely wasn't a year.
Are you serious? Well, whatever. There you have it. So I told her what it was, and I said, hey, I'd rather do it with or without you, you know. So I guess, so from your perspective, since we got two different dates, what would you say? Like, what would be your take on something, you know? Go ahead, do your thing.
I agree. You did mention it to me about polygyny. I do remember we did go over a few scriptures. We did go over a few scriptures about it.
I remember.
But even so, I still had to do my part and, you know, renew my mind and transition to the way that my husband was thinking and the way that he wanted the family ran, and how, you know, what he requires. So, not to go too much in as far as that, you know, it was what I needed to do. So I had to tap into what I needed to do and renew my mind and my spirit, and yeah.
Okay. You love? Go ahead.
Well, when I came into the picture, our king had already been practicing polygyny for a while. So he didn't have any reason to bring up an extra conversation with me. It was mostly, look, I'm polygynous. I'm going to be polygynous. It's not going to just be you. It's going to be Mary, Jane, and Sue too.
That's right.
And you can either deal with it or not.
1 Corinthians 7 and 10.
And that's just what it was. So.
Alrighty. You love? Thy turn.
My turn.
Juju is silly.
I guess for me it was. I guess it wasn't really a shock or anything. Because within the first couple of days of me meeting, I asked, was he single? He said, no, I think it was 4 wives at that time.
Yes.
I said, okay. And we moved past it and kept going.
Didn't have to transition.
So,
Yeah.
I didn't
No transition.
I was like, okay. It kept going. And here I am.
No, tell me about the time when you said I was crazy. Didn't something happen? You was like, oh, he is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't that you?
Okay, so,
Yeah, tell him that.
No, I didn't say you were crazy.
What'd you say?
So the conversation went, I was like, oh, are you single?
Man,
He
she
was
said
like,
I was
no, I
crazy.
have 4 wives. And then I was like, I'm not trying to be a fifth. And I was like, this dude is crazy. Dude, he got 4 wives. But hey, he don't care, I don't care. We're going to keep on going. Because, I mean, of course, I've never heard of polygyny. I've never, you know, somebody tell me that they're not single. Hey, you don't care, I don't care. But I took it as, okay, well, you're not single. Okay, we're going to keep on rocking. But he said he had multiple, and, I mean, it didn't dawn. I was like, okay, this dude said he had 4 wives. All right, well, next question.
Next question.
So, I mean, it didn't scare me off.
Right.
So I didn't have to transition a lot.
Right.
The next question, Mecca.
The next question is, why do you believe women have become possessive over their men, and what is the cure?
Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell.
Bing.
All right, ask the question again.
The bell.
Why do you believe women?
Juju, hush! Yo, our son is in the background clowning like it's Abba. But go ahead.
All right. The next question is, why do you believe women have become possessive over their men, and what is the cure?
Jeez.
That is a really good question to ask. I'm thinking it's kind of from a man's perspective. You want to answer?
The cure is our women getting back to their role as women of the Most High Yah. The roles have been kind of reversed. And it started from before the truth. Being raised up, watching your mama run over her husband. The doctrine, being indoctrinated as far as, you know. Nigga, you go wash them dishes. We don't need a man. We're independent. So we're doing everything for ourselves. So how dare this man tell me anything? So I would say the cure is definitely getting back to the role as women. We've been too idle and worrying about what the man is doing. We've been too worried about other things, just like polygyny, worrying about what the man is doing and who he's courting and what he's doing, instead of tapping into our role as what we're supposed to be doing as far as Titus 2 and being Proverbs 31 women. So again, the roles have been reversed. The men haven't been tapping into, you know, being the head, because the woman, she's in control now, and he's become the noodleback. So now she's in charge of everything. She's in charge of who you decide to bring into the household. And then she's in charge as far as if a woman is coming into the household, she's in her feelings and her emotions, and now he has to
bend.
Yes, he has to bend to her emotions and how she feels, because this is her house and this is blah 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 what she feels. So again, the cure is that woman truly tapping into, like I mentioned earlier, as far as lip service. You see it all day long. You can call yourself daughter of Zion, you can call yourself this, that, and the other. But if you're not doing what the wife or sister is supposed to be doing according to the word, then all of that is void. I'm a submit. So again, the cure is the scriptures and being in that day and night, meditating, all that.
I think the first part of that question, why did women become very possessive? I think that venture back to the day, like the 60s, 70s, were. Yeah, but I think it's gotten worse around that time. Another reason I say that is because around that time, men weren't even allowed to live in the homes if you were getting public assistance. So men wasn't allowed to be in the home if the mom wasn't getting food stamps, if she was getting welfare, if she was on public housing, things like that. And so they would have the man, sneak the man in the house, and they would say, well, this is my house, you're not supposed to be here. Going back to what my sister said, and they were kind of running things. And they figured, well, I have this man, you're mine, you mine, you staying in my house, I'm with Barbara and Shirley. Look at Barbara and Shirley. Look at Barbara and Shirley, the food he eat, I cook. Yeah. So everything he got, I buy. I pay that car note. So because
check out these shoes though that I bought though, boy. Them hugs is fresh. Oh, my bad.
So because the woman feels that she's taking care of the man and she's clothing him and housing him and and feeding him and things, she feels possessive over him. He's her property at that point. You're the possession at the point instead of the other way around. A woman was created to be a possession to the man, but like my sister said, the roles have reversed, and the woman feels that the man is the possession at this point. Mm-hmm.
Now she's slapping him up. I'm gonna take your PS4.
And that's what they do. Yeah, it happened to my uncle.
What'd you say?
I said it happened to my uncle.
Oh.
When he get kicked out, he take his PS4.
Oh man.
Bleach the shoes.
I'm gonna take your PS4. All right. Anybody else want to answer that? Anyone else? She summed it up. All right. Well, another question.
Okay. The next question is,
dun, dun, dun.
What makes a successful polygynous family thrive?
All right.
Okay, so I'll answer this. We actually do a meeting over this, and we got like a whole layout of things that we go over on a daily basis. And the biggest things for us is unity, communication, put it in our household first.
Making sure everybody knows what's needed for the house, what's needed for our king, weekly studies, game night, just being able to be around each other.
Yep.
And making sure you're doing what your king needs you to do, wants you to do, and how he wants you to do it to make him happy. Because when he's happy, your house runs a whole lot smoother.
And happy husband, happy life.
My mama said, "Happy wife, happy life." You know what you talking about?
We bond and we actually, like love on each other. We actually show.
Hold on, what you mean love on each other? Somebody be taking that like.
No.
What she mean they love on each other?
No,
Explain that, please.
That's an abomination according to the Most High.
Ooh,
we love
thank
each
God.
other. We love each other as far as the scriptures.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
We know that love is the keeping of the commandments, and love is also a fruit of the spirit. So we walk in the fruit of the spirit in this household. So that's how our family thrive.
Next question.
You sums it up?
That sums it up.
And then also I want to say, sisters or brothers, just because we do something one way doesn't mean that you all have to do it that way. This doesn't mean that what we saying is the law. All right, so you take what you can take, and if you agree, you agree, and if you disagree, you disagree. So your husband will run his house the way he sees fit. So everybody don't necessarily agree. One, with our lifestyle, and then number two, the way we may operate things. Just like in monogamy, a husband may run his house totally different from how I would run my house. And vice versa. So yeah, just want to put that disclaimer out there. Don't be going back. See, well, Judah the Shooter says this, and his wives. Let me tell you, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so yeah, this ain't law. Okay, go ahead.
All right. The next question we have.
Dun, dun, dun.
What is the 3 best things about being in a polygynous marriage?
Right. What did they say? 3 because it's 3 of y'all or something?
I don't know. They just want to know what's the 3 best things.
All right.
Top 3.
Just give me 3. Somebody was mad
I one.
Oh, that sounds like somebody was mad asking that question. Jeez. Just give me 3. All right.
For me, it's the sisterhood. Being in the truth, you develop a sisterhood, but you don't necessarily see them sisters all the time. You don't necessarily conversate with them all the time. But these 2 women, I see every day, talk to every day. If something's wrong with me, they'll know. If something's wrong with them, I'll know. So it's that bond. It's a bond that you build like with your actual blood sister. And for women that don't even have sisters, best of both worlds, that you'll be in a polygynous marriage.
Mm-hmm. And I agree because I don't necessarily have sisters. So being in this lifestyle, that has been one of the top things. Me being able to have somebody always there for me, someone I can always lean on and talk to, and watch movies with, and just having somebody there and someone to laugh and go get our nails done together and go to the movies and go out to eat and all that stuff. So just having that sisterhood and having my sisters here with me is definitely one of the top things.
I think people take that for granted too, because you actually have people out there that don't have like what you all have that I see every day. So to somebody who would take that for granted, they wouldn't even understand something like this.
Yeah.
But to somebody out there's like, yo, hey, this is dope. I would really love sisters and bonding. Man, that is nice. Because you got brothers that have wives, and they couldn't get this in a million years. They couldn't even get their wives to even be sitting here together in the same room. Yeah. So that alone, it just shows the growth. But let me shut up, so I don't want to say too much. Because I want to, let you all do your thing. Your turn.
Okay, well, I do agree with what they said. It's a hard road being in the truth. It's not easy, and it does help having women, like women that's gonna correct you, that'll let you know, when you are messing up, when you're off, or when you actually need correction. It's nice having somebody in your corner that is, I guess, not on the outside looking in or just assuming. They actually get a front face of everything that's going on. So that's nice. I would say the second thing for me would be nation building. Because since there's so many of us, we're able to do more faster.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with my sister, especially the way being in Israel, how they try to tear us down and lock our men up and kill us off. Being able to build up our nation is definitely awesome. The last thing I would say for me is,
all right, Sister Soldier, go ahead. Fight the power. I bet.
The last thing I would say is finances. Is a great financial move. This being alone, the struggle is real.
Imagine 3 separate houses, though. Yeah.
That's 3 rents, 3 lights, 3 gas. The struggle is real. But combining incomes, coming into one household, being in a polygynous marriage, even monogamy, the struggle be real too. But being in polygyny, you have someone to share that burden with you. You have somebody that's gonna be there for you and make sure when you down, they got you. You know what I'm saying? When they're down, you got them. So y'all not struggling. I mean, if it is a struggle, y'all gonna struggle together, but y'all gonna make sure y'all pull through it at all times. Y'all gonna make sure that y'all there. You have somebody that's gonna brainstorm with you. Got 3 different brains over here that's gonna work as one. Okay, well, we're gonna do XYZ to get XYZ done.
And I want to say also again, this takes someone, brothers, you having a wife that is selfless, all right, and not about self. It's not going to work if you have a wife that is selfless, or even if yourself is selfless. So for those who kind of want to know, like, from an economic standpoint, let's just say if you had something that was, I would just throw out maybe a used car or something that's $1,000, right? You take $1,000 and divide that by 4, that's $250 a piece. So that would be technically you bought a car for $250. You get what I'm saying? So that's kind of putting it into perspective on just how much easier it could be. Or if you had a car that was $2,000, that means everyone, boom, $500. So you just bought a car, a nice car, and I'm just throwing it out there, for $500. You get what I'm saying? Or let's just say if a car was $8,000, you divide that by 4, that means you bought a nice car for $2,000. You get what I'm saying? So that just kind of put it into perspective, just how easier it is for you to thrive if everyone were to come together. That's if you decide to do that. Just like you look in Acts 2 and Acts 4, you learn how some of our forefathers who were believers, they kept all things common, so that's known as all things common type of thing. But again, you don't have to do that, but yeah. So yeah, anybody else want to say something? Oh, I just stole the show.
Next question.
The next question is, and now that you are in a poly marriage, what have you found out now that you didn't know before? What I found out now that I didn't know before, that polygyny could actually work.
Wow, that was a really good answer. Wow, and to me that was wow. Because look, they're not rehearsing this. This is great. Like that was good. That's the truth though. That would be something Man, I couldn't have said that better myself. You know, because it's like one of those things you don't know until you know.
Yeah. I didn't know that, you know, of course, before the truth, you know, I had so-called friends and stuff like that. But I didn't know that I can actually, you know, love two other women. Not like that.
Tell me something.
Not how they would think.
Because we don't do that.
Yeah, we don't do that. But I didn't know that, you know, I could actually, because of course, you may hear me say this several times, I wasn't for polygyny. I didn't care for it. So I didn't see myself loving my sister. So I didn't know that I can do that. So now, you know, being with these two women for the past few years, I didn't know that I could love them. So that's something that I didn't know that I could. Now I know. I didn't know that I could love someone else's children like mine, and a baby to come. So that's just my. So that's just my experience. That's something that I didn't know that I didn't know before. You know now. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
For me, I didn't know how much or how strong you have to be to actually do or be involved in polygyny. It's not for the weak-minded, and it's not for the faint-hearted.
Explain.
It takes
strong, weak-hearted. Man, what are you talking about over there?
Right. It takes a strong individual to do just those things that she just said that she had no idea that she could do before. It takes a very strong-willed woman to actually love a sister who loves her husband. As confusing as that may sound. It's a transition to get there, but when you get there, it's joyous.
Yeah, but they say that's only for weak women. Weak women only would go for something like this.
I would. What's the word?
Beg to differ.
Yeah, I would beg to differ.
Definitely.
Mostly because weak women are the women who are concerned about where they stand with their husband and where their place is if somebody else come in. They're the ones that's knocked over if a new person comes around.
Girl, you just made our enemies saying that.
I mean,
who she calling weak? Let me tell you something.
I know my
whatever your name, Macca.
Look, I said it before. I know my position. She knows her position, and Josiah knows her position. We have zero reasons to be worried about what's going on in the next relationship or whoever he's courting with or deciding to bring into the household. We're gonna welcome that sister in with open arms and go from there.
That's right.
Find out. Me personally, I'm sorry.
Read that question one more time. Yeah.
Let me read the question again.
I was even saying anyway. Yeah.
Now that you are in a poly marriage, what have you found out now that you didn't know before? I think being in a poly marriage, I speak for me, but I'm pretty sure that they really you get to know yourself. I didn't realize how much patience I had until being in polygyny, because before this my patience was really thin. I mean, every woman you grow up and you're taught it's only one queen in the castle, just like it's one king in the castle. But being in a pot, you realize that your castle will definitely operate with more than one queen in there, because every queen brings something different to the table that you might not even possess. And you learn something different about yourself. You learn something different about other women.
Let me tell you something. I'm the whole MF package over here. I don't need no 3 MFers in my house.
And that may be true. I can't even speak for every woman. And I'm a full package.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
When I said full, I meant that.
That's fine. And I'm the full package too. And so is she, and so is she. That's not taking nothing from no woman. But
Hell you talking about?
that's not taking nothing from no woman. Every woman is a full package. I mean, my husband could be satisfied with one woman. My husband could be satisfied with 1,500 women. It's just what he's desiring. And what he's desiring is multiple women. So that's not taking nothing from no woman. It's not adding nothing to no woman. I can do the same. I have the same capabilities as these two women and vice versa. It's just just like my sister finna have a baby. Yes, she can definitely take care of the baby on her own if she wasn't in a polygamy relationship.
Oh, wait. Hold on, wait, real quick. Don't they say it takes a village
To raise a child.
to raise a child?
She doesn't have
Yeah,
to
why don't you keep that same energy now?
She doesn't have to have the burden of being up all night by herself because the baby crying or not getting no sleep or not doing this. And she's a new mom. This is her first baby, so she doesn't have to worry about those things because while she has her sisters here that's gonna have her back, and she knows that her baby's gonna be well taken care of. So again, this really teaches you about yourself, and like I said, me personally, I learned about patience.
All right. Well, what's the next question? Is there another one?
Yeah.
All right, come on with it. What we got? It takes a village.
All right. The next question is, why do you think?
Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell.
Ding.
Why do you think men hide?
Like, share, and subscribe now. Hit the bell.
Ding.
Go ahead.
Why do you think men hide wanting multiple wives?
Oh, please let me answer this question.
Well, all right, go ahead, Mr. Go-Getter, Grabber, answer the question.
The reason men hide it is because of you.
E.
You. Oh my God, because of you. Your feelings and your emotions.
Hold on, wait. I can see the woman probably talking about something. Me? Yes, you. You the problem. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
Because of you, your feelings and emotions. Now, take this. You do have two type of men out here.
All right.
Now you have a man like my husband that's not gonna hide it. He don't care about your feelings nor your emotions. Don't care how you gonna react. You either gonna, like he told her, I'd rather do it with you, but I will do it with or without you. Okay. So
brothers take heed.
that's one type of man. That's one type of man that don't care about your feelings and your emotions. Mm-hmm. Then you have a noodleback that's gonna cave to your feelings and emotions. It's gonna hide it because he loves you so much. He don't want to see you cry. He don't want to see you down and out. He don't want to see none of that. So he's gonna hide it from you.
And he's gonna do it.
He's gonna do it. Don't get me wrong. He's gonna do it, but he's gonna hide it from you because I just love you so much, baby, and I just want to see that look on your face right now.
Right.
Hey, you remember?
I lie to these girls. I lie to you because I care about you.
Yeah, look, we thinking the same movie.
I tell them the truth.
What's that movie, Baby Boy? Yeah. Say it again. What you say?
I lie to you because I love you. But I tell them the truth because I don't care about their feelings.
Yo.
So, but that's honestly why they hide it. And me personally, I think if more men told the truth, they really actually get a bigger response from women. Me, case in point, I'm definitely one of those type of people. You tell me the truth, if I feel I'm still gonna rock with you. My husband told me the truth,
and that's the truth.
Still rock with him. And
that's the truth because, like, often I have women that always want to put on the table them want to come into the household of Judah. You know, I'm actually courting a sister, and if all goes well, you all will see her in the future. She knows who she is. Yes. You all know who she is.
Yes.
We love her. Ask that question again.
Why do you think men hide wanting multiple wives?
All right, Judy. What says wow?
I agree. Just to spare your feelings and emotions, to spare, you flipping out and being depressed, and many women are different. So some women may drink a whole thing of alcohol. Some women may flip out and put
Smoke a
their
whole pack of cigarettes.
Yep.
Some women
may
may
flip out. If I just do like this, you just flip out.
yeah. Some women may become physically abusive towards their husband. Yeah. Some women actually put their hands on their husband. Like, so we don't really know. Every woman is different. So, but the biggest thing would be just to spare your, emotions, because we are very emotional. So he doesn't want to see you hurting or crying or, again, sad and all that stuff. So that could be one of the reasons why he may not let her know. Some may be different. They don't care. They're not going to let you know anything until they feel the time is right. So,
now, did you want to add on to that as well?
Yeah, I would.
All right, go ahead. Talk to me.
It's easier. It's easier to just hide it for men most of the time, because who wants to deal with the headache of all of the stuff that they just mentioned? No man really wants to deal with any of that. And behind all of it, the headaches, the attitudes, the crying, the abuse, because women are abusive too. Men get tired of it. Men get tired of it too. Like, it's not just women that deal with things like that. Men deal with it too, and they want peace. So if I gotta get my peace somewhere else and I gotta hide it from you, then that's what I'm gonna do.
Jeez, y'all are cruel. Yo,
It's the truth.
could you imagine me saying that? Yeah, hey, they said it, not me. So yeah. Woo, yes, you. He did. Yeah. They cruel. So, all right, cruel ladies. What else you want to say? You stop their feelings. Somebody needs some tissue about now. I don't know. Jeez. I feel sorry for somebody's husband probably like, hey, she don't watch this video, sis. She don't watch this video. Oh, baby, she don't watch this video. She don't want to watch this. She crying. Some tissue. Look, hey, brothers, look, if y'all don't run y'all channel, if y'all run y'all household, this ain't the channel for you, okay? If you're noodlebacks, this ain't the channel for thou, okay? Because we gonna crack jokes and have fun. Because, hey, look, off camera, how often do I crack jokes and be silly?
all day, 24/7.
All day, every day.
Sun up to sundown.
Sun up to sundown, man. Look, hey, I be making them laugh. And look, hey, if any woman, if I'm taking applications come in this house, you have to have a sense of humor. Because if you are a Debbie Downer, it's just not going to work. Well, you have to have a huge sense of humor around her. Let me tell you about that. Because I crack jokes waking up. I wake up and I piss excellence. Let me tell you something. Go ahead, next question.
The next question: should your husband get permission?
Excuse me? No, look.
Should your husband get permission or consent from his wife before taking a second wife?
I know this came from a woman. Jeez. Judy, you go first. Because you get you like you want to say something.
No, he definitely doesn't have to get permission. Again, households are different. There may be that man who would get consent from his wife. Who knows? He just might. I know according to our household, my husband does not get consent from anyone.
No.
He's going to make the decision with or without you.
Jeez.
So he doesn't necessarily have to get permission from us. And I wouldn't even be comfortable with him coming with me for permission about him taking another wife. He's the head, so that's what he should be doing as far as taking another woman into our
Boy, somebody like, she wouldn't feel comfortable. Let me tell you something. She wouldn't. Some people don't feel comfortable taking another wife. And when I'm wife in the house, you say you don't feel comfortable. If I can, say, baby, please. Can I take just one more? Chomp.
Okay, no, that's enough.
No.
Right. Your turn.
Listen. How does it look, the king going to ask the servant if he could do something? How would it look if your boss, the CEO of whatever company you work at, came to you, their employee, and asked you if they could do something to their business? How dare you expect to be able to run this man's household? Women forget that we are, in fact, the possession.
Say that again. What you said? Well, excuse me. What?
We are.
I couldn't hear you over the tears. What you said?
We are, in fact, the possession, and how can we expect the person that's supposed to rule us to ask our permission? That makes no sense.
Jeez. Ow! Say how you say, babe. Ow! Ow! It hurt. Ow. Hey, Juju, babe. Say, Juju, say, ow! Juju, you playing again? Say, ow!
Hurt me. Ow!
Jeez. Okay, who's next?
Well, my perspective on it, I mean, I think I look at a man as a noodleback in that instance. Say you only have one wife, and you go say, hey, I want to take another wife. She say no, then what? You're gonna go back up to the previous question. You're gonna sneak around and do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, come on. When does the cycle end? I mean, at this point, you're the head, as just like Christ is the head of the body. You're the head. Why do you have to ask permission? Does Christ have to ask permission? I mean, does God have to ask permission to do anything? No, he just does it. So this is the same thing with our men. Our men can't be noodlebacks. You can't be banned your whole life.
Band stands for B-A-N. Yeah, you know what that is.
You can't be a band your whole life. You got to know how to stand on your own 2 feet. And as a woman, you shouldn't want them to have to ask your permission. Now, don't get me wrong. You do have some households that would like to incorporate the woman in finding the second wife.
Hey, I want to take over that. Let me say it, please. Please, can I have your permission? Can I say something? Move the dog, please. Move the dog. Come on, Mom.
Right, she's not.
You're doing too much.
You better not. Keep down.
Okay. I'm sorry, love. So, I was going to say this, even after hearing what they were saying. I don't have to get their permission to do that. But what I've been doing thinking, and you remember we had this conversation. Me personally, now I do have a change of hearts. I would rather include them in it. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was sitting there thinking, like, yo, they have a really tight bond. So I understand now that children involved now. And the person really has to have the right intentions instead of just being in love with the idea of poly. Now, even though brothers may do poly for their reasons, and that's their God-given right. But me personally, I thought some things through, and there has been failed attempts, added as well, which we'll talk about later in the future. But I know now and I understand now where I'm at now in my growth and learning from my mistakes. That, yo, if I do decide to do this, me personally, I would want them, this sister or the sisters in the future, if I decide to take more than likely I will. But I would want them to have a great bond with my wives as a sisterhood, because if I can't see her in my house today, I'm not going to be able to see her in my household in the future. So me personally, now I would want to include you all. You get what I'm saying? Not in the sense of, baby, please, can I just one more? Yes, one more, please. Please! Please, Molly. I might as well call me this dog here. No, but anyway, I would rather include them in it now, have them heavily involved, like there's a woman who I'm courting now. They're all heavily involved. How often do you all talk with her?
Every day.
Every day, you know what I'm saying? So they're heavily involved, and you all know in the future, I wouldn't even done that. You know, they've just been, hey, meet such and such, your future sister wife, you know, and that could work. But now that you all have such a bond now, I know that they'll be at a total disadvantage if they're not in love with the culture and lifestyle. So you got sisters that want to do poly. They already want to do it. They're just not in it, you know. So I kind of want to take over that, you know. So yeah, what's the next question? Hanging with y'all.
It's me. The next question is, what should the wife do if she don't like the incoming wife because she feels that she is not suitable for the husband?
Ooh.
You think what I'm thinking?
I know what you're thinking.
Mind your goddamn business.
Hey, that's so funny because, hey, do Judy cuss?
No,
at all. That was so funny. Y'all just witnessed history. Hey, nobody has never heard us say that. That's so funny. Yo.
but for real,
Jeez.
Yeah, definitely mind your business and stay in your lane.
Oh my God, girl, you was funny. This is exactly why I say you gotta have a sense of humor with being in the household. Like for real. Because we laugh.
Yep, all day.
like with that, when you do gotta stay in your lane, like my king said best, you have to stay diligent in who you are, and if that person's not meant to be there, the Most High show him, and she be gone.
Yep.
So you just gotta stay who to do what he asked you to do. Stay submissive, obedient, unity, communications. Well, that's what's required in our household. But whatever's required in your husband's household, do that.
Right.
And if that woman is not meant to be there, she'll be gone. And then a new one that's supposed to be there will come in and complete y'all circle.
If he wants to take a new one. So it's up to that brother, you know. But yeah, but go ahead. Wait, anybody else want to say something on that? Okay. Next question.
Husbands, would you let your wife run you and your second wife, as in what she says goes, not what he says?
What's that question again?
That's for you.
Husbands, would you let your wife run you and your second wife, as in what she says goes, not what he says?
One more time. Husbands, would you let your wife run you?
You and your second wife.
Ephesians 5:24 is the answer to that. All right. And as far as what?
As in what she says goes, not what you say.
Well, it's what she says go. Mm-hmm. Speaking of go, she can go. Mm-hmm. Get out. No. Whoever asks that. No. You just say no. Say not nice. Not nice.
There's
My
only
son
one
says not
head
nice.
according to the household.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely not a spirit that a woman of God is supposed to be portraying. She doesn't run anything.
Yeah, and brothers understand this too. If you have that woman that's a dragon, that's like that, obviously that woman is not. She's not fit to be a wife at the moment. You get what I'm saying? So you definitely want that daughter of Zion. Submission is not forced. Stop beating your wife's ass. All right, stop that. No. I'm very big on that. Y'all know that. Mm-hmm. But submission should not take you having to force it. If you have to force it, then what? It's not meant to be.
That question also brings up another question that I've heard. A lot of people want to know if there's a hierarchy in the house. Like, does the first wife run everything? Does she tell the second and so on wives what to do? Do they have to ask permission from her and things of that nature?
Okay. Public service announcement. Each household is ran differently. So whatever your husband decides to do is what he decides to do. But in this household, there is not a hierarchy. We are all the same.
Like, that's one thing actually my king actually really hates. When somebody talking to us or they're being counseled, a lot of women, especially women that are being forced into polygyny. Well, I want to talk to the first wife.
Let me talk to her. Which one of y'all the first wife?
Yeah.
Oh, stop that. Just real quick. Look, stop. Don't do that. And if we decide to counsel you all, we do it as what?
A group.
As a group. All right. So, meaning you and your husband there. Okay? Stop that.
That's definitely something that he doesn't like. He'll tell you, well, it doesn't matter who's my first wife. Their minds are all the same.
And they're going to tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
Jeez. Gosh. I'm going to tell you the same thing. Now, don't get me wrong. Look, we don't knock those who do the hierarchy thing. Great. What works in your household, works in your household. I'm just not with it. Me personally, I just don't prefer that. Now, don't get me wrong. We see some examples of the hierarchy, such as Sarah and Hagar. You look at Genesis, the 16th chapter. You see that you see the word mistress. All right, and Sarah was a mistress. Now, today you hear mistress, you think of like a secret woman, but in mistress, it comes from the Hebrew word giberet or giberet. And when you look at that, that's like the woman in authority. It comes from the word gaber, a gabar, a gabar, depending on what dialect of Hebrew that you deal with. One who is mighty, one who is in charge. You know what I'm saying? So that would be a sense of a hierarchy. Remember when Hagar felt like she was being mistreated, the angel of the Lord told her what? Return unto your mistress and submit thyself unto her. So that would be a case of what? Hierarchy. Why? Because she came in as a handmaid. You get what I'm saying? So, but I don't want to spend too much time on it because I don't want to make the channel about doctrine. Just mainly with, poly. But go ahead. Now, if you got a husband, anything like that has questions, yeah, you can send a brother to me.
Okay, the next question is, how should the husband split up the time, or should he do that? Again, public service announcement. Whatever works in your home, works in your home. Our word is not law. Our word is not bond. But what works in our home, I can't go wherever he wants to go. Wherever he is at that time is wherever he is at that time.
Yep.
Now, in some instances, he enjoys for all of us to be in the bed together, watching TV, playing a game.
Not what you did. There we go.
I was explaining, watching TV. Watching
all I heard was in the bed together, and I turned it off.
Yeah, no, get your minds out the gutter.
Man.
But being in the same room, together, being in the same environment together, laughing, joking, playing around, enjoying each other's company. He does enjoy that.
I really do.
But again, wherever he's at that time is wherever he's at that time.
Right. Talking about bed, I got these girls are crazy. And then again, brother, look, that all depends on you. Now, no offense, brothers, but if you're weak, then oh gosh, it's gonna be over before it starts because your women gonna run your household. You was with her 25 extra minutes. I was counting. So yeah, we don't have like a scheduled day, anything like that. It happens when it happens, if it happens. And I'm speaking with time and you know what, in case children are watching, even though we done said other stuff. Oh well, cat's out the bag. Now he want to be civilized. This Negro is crazy. He want to pick and choose when he want to be civilized. Yes, grown up time, huggy time. Yeah,
that's funny.
Oh man, go ahead.
All right.
And pretty soon, those who like, share, subscribe. We'll do a live video to those who I guess you could say the most active and things like that, and people who really know. We may do a live, and we'll do something special for you all. Go ahead.
The next question is, at what point did you stop seeing each other as competition and start viewing one another as sister wives?
Competition? That what it said?
Wow, yeah.
Oh, I knew who
Go
asked
ahead.
that question. Go ahead.
You start.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah.
I never really looked at them as competition. Because I never really compete with other people, especially, you know,
Don't let it be a sport.
okay, that on the other
And
hand,
she is competitive.
sports, yes, but in this truth, I guess just being the type of person I am, I don't compete with other people. Everyone is different. So, what held me back from polygyny wasn't competition. It was my own, you know, what I was dealing with. So, it wasn't anything really.
Same here. I didn't come into the situation concerned on who was my competitor.
Right.
I came into the situation looking at them like my sister wives.
Say it again.
These are my sisters.
Wow.
So I'm trying to build a relationship with my sisters. I'm not trying to tear down the bond or whatever is going on because I view them as competition. For what? Because Judith will never be Mecca and Josiah will never be Mecca. So why would I compare them to Mecca?
Right.
So, no.
So you still understand that in order for poly to work, it's not about her, or her. It's about us. It's a us thing. It's a we thing. All right. So competition, that's never going to work. You know, if you have that mindset, then automatically you wouldn't be fit for it. You know, for the lifestyle. At least not today, you wouldn't. You know, but again, like myself and like these beautiful women here, growth. It definitely takes growth. And like one of you all said, it takes a strong woman. You know, the opposite from the weak. Go ahead.
Me personally, I've never competed against anybody. Even before poly, I never saw what does a woman have that I don't have. I have the same equipment. I have the same, you know, so I've never competed against a woman for anything. And coming to the household, I saw no need to compete because I looked at these women as my sisters. If I was monogamy and I met these women and
Well, technically you're already monogamous.
Well, I mean, I'm monogamous. My husband's polygamous. I'm monogamous.
And so stop saying that. I'm polygamous. No, you're not. Only your husband is polygamous.
Yeah.
I'm not polygamous.
They are monogamous.
I'm monogamous all day long. But say if my husband was monogamous as well, and I met these women, I would have treated them no different. They were still my sisters. Our bond is stronger because we have the same common denominator, but I still looked at them as my sisters. Women I got to know and been getting to know even more over the last couple of years that we've been living together. So it just makes our bond even that much stronger.
Wow.
Being in a polygamous marriage, and the only competition we go up against is when we playing games against each other. Because we're very competitive women.
Go.
We're very
I knew you was going to say something. and that mindset of being a competitor, that's a worldly that's a worldly concept. That is what makes the woman weak and insecure. Yeah. If you think about that, would you all agree?
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Well, next question on.
When did you know that you were mentally ready to share one husband for the rest of your life? I knew I was mentally ready when I knew in my heart that I wanted to be with him, and I didn't care about that he was polygamous, because he was honest about it. So I knew as time went on, me getting to know him and things like that, I just became prepared as time went on.
All right, next.
For me, it's the same, really, because I knew that he was polygynous then, before, we were in fact married. So when I prepared myself for being a wife, I prepared myself for sharing my husband because I already knew what was gonna happen. So yeah, it was the same.
Please like, share, and subscribe now. Hit the bell.
Bing.
Bing. Do that. Remember, they selling dresses. You don't want your wives dressing like, yeah. And if you stink, we got oils. And ladies, if your lip is chapped,
We got lip gloss.
we got lip gloss for those chapped lips.
Pineapple and cotton candy.
Mm-hmm. You look like you eating powdered donuts. Scraping your lips across the bricks.
Let's see. Let me do that again.
When would you say that? I'm sorry, wrong question. When did you know that you were mentally ready to share one husband for the rest of your life?
Mentally ready.
One husband. I mean, when I met him. When I met him, you know.
What's your bill?
When I met my king, you know, I definitely stayed with him and wanted to be with him and didn't want to be with anybody else. So
Right.
that's when I mentally prepared myself to be with my husband. And I still wanted to be with my husband during polygyny. It was just the circumstances and the topic polygyny that made me not want to be in it. But I still wanted to be with my husband, and I'm still here to this day.
All right. The next question is, would you say that living a poly life has had any influence on your confidence, rather negative or positive?
Ask that question again, because I ain't here to say it again.
Would you say that living the poly life has had any influence on your confidence, rather negative or positive?
Okay.
I guess I'll go first. It definitely hasn't. It actually has all positive effects on my confidence. I've always been a confident person, but this just makes me more confident and humble, because knowing that most women couldn't walk a mile in my shoes, if that makes sense, because it does take.
You couldn't walk a mile off in my Air Force. Y'all remember that song by Jeezy? She over here quoting Jeezy lyrics? No.
It takes a strong woman to do polygyny. It takes a woman, a confident woman, a woman who knows that she is always gonna have a place with her.
And you ain't seen how I sing I can get 100,000 in these something jeans. I forgot how the song go.
What's your bill?
Bing.
Yeah, hit the bell. Subscribe.
So being a confident woman, knowing that nobody can take my place with my husband, can't nobody replace me with my husband. I can destroy our marriage, nobody else.
Right.
So knowing that, why wouldn't your confidence grow?
All right. Anybody else?
I agree. It's the same for me.
Okay. Well, in agreement. Next.
Okay, how do you deal with blatant favoritism? You just deal with it. I mean, what are you gonna do about it? You're gonna either be emotional about it, or you're just gonna go with the flow. It is what it is. Pray to the Most High about it. That's all you can do. If you feel that is something that's gonna hinder your spirit or hinder you. So, yeah, that's my advice.
Yeah, and it's funny because I know where the question came from. Sister, I won't say her name, but she was courting a brother, and she had a real bad experience. I'm sorry that she did, but she had a real bad experience that she was going through with the sister wife. Well, the first wife rather. The first wife was a bit of an how do I say it in a nice way? Fucking asshole to her.
That was nice.
Yeah.
That was nice.
So that's kind of where she was kind of coming from, from that angle. And so yeah, she kind of felt like left out, like entirely left out. So I think that's kind of where she's coming from that mindset, But again, that's not something that we experience here. So yeah, but at the same time, if it does happen, understand that in the Bible we do see cases of men having favorites as well. 2 Chronicles 11, 21 through 23. Ma'akah, she was loved above, she was Rehoboam's wife, but he loved her above all of his wives and all of his concubines. You even have a case of Rachel and Leah. Rachel was well favored. You even have Deuteronomy the 21st chapter. They tell you if a man had two wives, one beloved and one hated. If the firstborn son would be those that was hated, he had to acknowledge her as the firstborn by giving their child a double portion of all that he has or whatnot. So we see cases of that. We even see cases of favorite child. Jacob and Esau. Each parent had a favorite child in Genesis 25th chapter. God has a favorite wife, Israel. You get what I'm saying? So we see many cases cases of favoritism, but that was never nothing that was frowned upon or shunned in the Bible because a person may or may not have had a favorite. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, go ahead.
Well, I just to continue on with just a little bit of what you said, that case with Rachel and Leah, even though Leah wasn't favored, it says she was hated, right? Mm-hmm. She was hated. In the end, he loved her above all things. So, I mean, like my sister said before, stay true to who you are and stay in your role, and you will still be loved. Hated doesn't mean hated. It just means not like the best. So, yeah.
I mean, women think about it like this. I mean, you got every woman got a pair of shoes that's her favorite. Everybody got a purse that's their favorite, or a place that you like to go is your favorite. Don't necessarily mean you don't like to go any other places.
Every day of the week.
Yeah.
Every food.
Yeah. So it's just everyone has a favorite.
Favorite drink.
It doesn't mean that you're
favorite
like
color.
Mine is pink. But it doesn't mean that you don't like anything else just as much. It's just you have a favorite.
All right, what's next?
All right, the next question is, if your co-wife says something disrespectful to you, how would you approach her?
You MFSOB.
This is a two-part question, so we're going to answer the first one. If your co-wife says something disrespectful to you, how would you approach her? Do you make your husband aware first?
Tell me why I thought of that movie Hustle and Flow. Dun 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 dun. Whoa, that tree. Oh, I'm bad. You go ahead.
So I've seen it. Sometimes it is good to notify the husband first, because if you feel that you can come off aggressive or that you might say something wrong, get counsel from your king to to approach the situation from there. But if not, I mean, y'all sisters.
What that dream? What?
It's just like your real sisters. You don't go to your mama first like, Mama. No, you go to your sister. Sis, you know what? That was kind of disrespectful.
And this is also where it comes in, where it takes the brother to be strong and not weak. Because if he's weak, then his household more than likely will crumble. Mm-hmm. This, for the most part, is not for the newbies. It's kind of like the extras. Don't try this at home. trying to bite on more than what you can chew. You know, you can end up ruining your household before it even begins to build. So this will come in where the husband will have to have wisdom and be able to be strong enough, and of course have wives that will trust in him, that it can get a situation resolved, so that it's not a case of, whoa, dad trick, what? Whoa, dad trick, what? Yeah. She trying to tell me to calm down, but I'm like, yeah. You know how the song go. So, and then some people would ask that, they be thinking that this is like a case of real, what's them shows, the housewives shows, and that's not how this house is ran. Man, they ain't never gotten to no fight at all. Like, come on now.
It's no different than if it was somebody of the world, a friend or something that disrespected you. You'd go to her and be like, hey girl, you know, or whatever. You tell them how you feel. You know, I feel disrespected or so and so. They think that is different because you're sharing the same husband, as if she's just some wicked woman. And I mean, it is some women you can't tell them nothing, but that's something that you can't control that. So in that case, that's when you may have to go to your head, you know, so it doesn't spiral out of control. Or you can, some people just let it go, you know. So. Oh, you can walk that.
I was playing. Don't take that advice, y'all. Going and fighting your. What the shooter said. No. I'm being silly. Look, don't take that to heart. Well, y'all been thinking about it. No. Don't do that. You know. Stay off their channel. You know. So yeah, but then again, you know, one of the things can be flipped back is whoever asked that question is, are you down with keeping the fruits of the Spirit? You know, and when you look at Matthew the 18th chapter, verse 15 on down to like 21, it goes into if you had if someone trespassed against you, it tell you how to deal with that as well. You know, then of course one of the fruits of the Spirit is long suffering, forgiveness, praying, and fasting. You know, so there's many things that you can actually do to take care of that as well. But brothers, you definitely have to be strong and rule your house in righteousness and rule well, you know, and the rest will take care of itself, you know. So yeah, not a case of there's a brother had his wives fighting. I won't say his name. You know what video I'm talking about? No, don't do that. Don't do that. All right. Now, in my opinion, it'll be different if everybody were MMA fighters. That's different, you know. That's what you do. But other than that, no, you know, don't do that. You know, rule well, rule righteous, brothers, and stop smacking your wives and beating them. Next question.
If a wife
like, share, and subscribe, hit the bell. It's my girl. Hit the bell.
If a wife wants her own home, can her husband?
Look, I just saw look on your face. Look. What was you thinking when she said that? No, I just said what was on your mind.
That's just a selfish woman.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. But start the question. What's that? What's that? Say it.
Nothing. Just a selfish woman already. You know, not for polygyny, really. Somebody, this is like all the things that we read. Somebody who's going to be who would be in competition with their sister, or somebody who would, not put her household first because she's already coming out the gate wanting her own household. Yeah, and just adding more stress. It's going to be stress to her husband already. You don't even have to finish the question because. And you're separating yourself from, getting to know her or getting to know, bonding and being a family.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to do me over here. How the song go, you can have them on the weekends. Y'all know what song I'm talking, the Poly song?
I think you singing it backwards.
I sung it backwards. Oops.
She was the weekend. She wanted them on the weekend.
Oh, she wanted them on the weekends. Yeah, that's her.
Monday through Friday.
Yeah, your man is my man. That's how the song go. Have them on the weekends.
We messing it up with that.
Yeah, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But go ahead, ask the question again.
If a wife,
Hey, look, y'all getting it real because I crack jokes all day. So if you don't like it, this ain't the channel for vow.
if a wife wants her own home, can her husband deny her?
What?
Okay.
Answer that.
Been denied
So again, each household is ran differently. However, yes, he can deny you. Mostly, biggest part being, it's not your say so, it's his. So the house is not formed based on what you like or what's appealing to you. It's supposed to be created to his likeness, what he's looking for, what works best for him. It's not about your comfortability, it's about his. So yeah, if he doesn't want you to be in a separate house, then no, you are going to be in the house with your husband because you are his possession.
And number 2, put some chapstick on them lips. Asking that damn question. Jeez. And on my channel, because you know there's a doctrine that teach that multiple wives can't live in the same house. And they'll say, well, Jacob and his wives had their own tent. Genesis 30. So I got a video on my YouTube channel called Multiple Wives in the Same House. And I actually deal with that topic and destroy that topic, you know, of the myths. I got a whole bunch of polygyny myth busters on my channel. You know, so from 1 Corinthians 7 and 2, 1 Timothy 5 and 8, can wives live in the same house? What's a wife? What's a concubine? Exodus 21:10. I'm dealing with all of these scriptures that they try to use to justify trying to knock poly. You know, so I even got one law following the laws of the land. You know, Romans 13. So, but yeah, go ahead. She got her lip gloss.
Okay. The next question is it okay to have alone time away from each other? So I'm thinking it's away from the household as far as polygyny.
Yeah, that's what it kind of sounds like. That sounds like some old. Well, I'm gonna let y'all say y'all spiel. So I don't want it to be y'all do y'all, but yeah.
Again, every household is different. That husband may be okay with her having her alone time. Not sure if it's in your room for a few hours or you get in a room outside of the household, or, you know, not really sure what alone time you're speaking about. But according, as far as our household, you know, no, we don't really have that type of alone time. Somebody may have their alone time as far as in the scriptures, reading, or maybe watching a show that they want to watch on their own, or, you know, stuff like that. But we don't have a long time where, oh, I'm going to pack my stuff up and I'm about to give me a room for the weekend later for y'all. So we don't, that's not the type of long time that we do at this household.
But we're not against brothers who decide to do that. Again, This is not law. You know, so each one of you run your household together. But that sounds like some old, the hell with my sister wives, I'm going to be over here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do my thing.
Yeah.
Now, again, if you got brothers that want to do parallel polygyny, that's fine. You know, some people will have, like we see where David had wives in Jerusalem and he had them in Hebron. You know what I'm saying? So they were in different cities. You know, so again, that's called parallel polygyny. So, and I'm actually going to be writing a book that talks about this. It's going to be called The Unwritten Rule of Polygyny. So that book will be coming out really soon. And I'm going to go in and reveal a lot of secrets, a lot of things that that I haven't spoken with on camera or even revealed. So that will be, man, it's going to be really good. It's going to be raw and uncut. But yeah, that's what that sounds like though. Some old, well, I'm over here, so yeah, we'll catch up with y'all. Deuces. That's what that kind of sound like. Next question.
How would you give sisters the righteous understanding of polygyny, and how can they deal with it if the man wants poly but she doesn't agree with it?
Now that comes from a dear brother of mine. He's out in Houston, Texas. Won't say his name, but Shalom, bro.
Oh, this is a question we definitely get answered. As far as for the first part of the question, where it says, how would you give sisters the righteous understanding of polygyny? Well, first of all, you need to get your mind right. We've said it throughout this.
Who are you talking to? The woman?
The woman.
Man? Okay, go ahead.
This is really stating to the woman at this point.
Okay, go ahead.
Because you need to get your mind right. We've said it throughout this entire video. We've said it on previous videos. Us as women, we have to learn how to stay in our own lane. What he's doing is not your lane. You're his lane. So you need to stay in your lane. Mm-hmm. Mind your business. You know what I'm saying? Most women don't even realize if you stay in your lane and mind your own business, you'll be in so much better situation with your husband, because he'll be able to trust you with more stuff. He'll be able to actually open up to you more if you stay in your own lane. If he decides to take another wife, if he decides to take 1,500, 2,000 women, that's not your business. That's
boy. Some woman done blew a head gasket here and there.
Hey, that's life. It's not going to take away from the love he has from you. If he's been with you 5 years, 20 years, 15 years, can't no woman come in and replace you.
Facts.
He's only adding. He's not subtracting. He's only adding so you guys can multiply.
Man.
That's the math he's doing. He's not doing subtraction. He's only adding to multiply.
Yeah, because women be thinking,
he doesn't want to divide.
I'm just not enough.
And that's where your confidence is shot. Mm-hmm. That's where you have no confidence in yourself. You look down upon yourself. You have you're lacking self-worth at that point.
Self-esteem issues.
Oh my, that's the biggest one, self-esteem. So us as women, we need to stay in our own lane. If our husband decides to take another wife, who are you to dictate what he can and cannot do with his body or his mind or his time? Mm-hmm. You have no control over that. That's just like you want to tell God, oh, well, you can't deal with nobody else. Who are you?
Jeez.
Who are you? Nobody. Because I'm going to tell you this.
Now let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. He might be the head, but I'm the neck that turns the head.
And I've heard that, and he's really sad, sister, for saying that. But your husband can be like mine and doesn't care how you feel, because he'll put you to the side and go get 3 more.
Heifer. See, I ain't going to put up with none of that.
And then you're going to be alone and sad for the rest of your life. Then what?
And hedgeless. For what?
And what?
Hedgeless.
Hedgeless. I got a video for you single women with no hedge. It's on my channel, Judah the Shooter. Yes, it is. That is correct.
So, yeah, that's what I would definitely tell her to become righteous. You need to my thing is, for a woman, if you find yourself wondering, where is my husband? What is he doing? Who is he talking to? You have too much time in your day and you're not filling it up with cooking, cleaning, reading, taking care of the kids, studying, ministering to other women, getting these sisters together, teaching the young girls to be sober, not drunken with wine. You're not doing what we were called to do. If you having too much time in your day worrying about what your husband's doing. Because again, you're his possession, not the other way around. So we got to get our mind together. You got to get your mind together. So it's like for real. And if you don't want to lose your husband for something so petty as polygyny, then really get your mind together. Become on one accord, because like my sister said earlier, you're supposed to be like-minded as our kings. The script also says, submit unto your husband as unto the Lord in all things. So if polygyny is part of those all things, then what that means, you need to submit to him in that. That's what I definitely would tell that sister, to get her mind right, to become righteous. Okay. And then the next part of that question was, how can they deal with it if the man wants poly but she doesn't agree with it? Okay, if you don't agree with it and your husband wants to take another wife, this is really to the men. Do it.
Yeah. Like nothing.
Just do it.
Do it. She not your mama. Do it.
Nor is she the head.
What she gonna say? I'm gonna leave. Okay, go get 3 more. Now what?
You just lost subscribers.
Thumbs down now.
You just lost subscribers on that one. Wait, did I just like and subscribe to this? Oh, no.
Do it. Just please go do it. Make yourself happy.
It's sad. It's sad nowadays because it's so backwards that we forget that finding a man, a righteous man that's actually living by the Bible and teaching the word, a God-fearing man is actually a prize. And we think
I'm the prize.
We are the prize. No, we're not the prize. We're the property. Like, we belong to them. Like, so how do you feel like you can dictate anything at this point? All due respect, brothers, I would say do it, and if she don't want to abide by your rules, then skedaddle.
You just lost some subscribers. And that part when she say we are the property, this ain't brothers you whooping on her ass and treating her like a fucking doormat. That's not what she's saying. Alright, so you see that woman? You're the property. That means I can whoop your ass when I want to. No.
I didn't say that.
Negro. Clown. Go ahead. Sorry.
That was it.
I had a moment. Judy, you want to answer that too?
Nope, they said it.
Huh?
Nope.
Okay.
I said no.
You want to add anything? You sure?
I'm positive.
All right. All right.
All right. How can a sister cope with knowing the man wants poly, but the sister feels the man just don't want her?
What was that question again? Say it again.
How can a sister cope with knowing the man wants poly,
Okay, how she cope with knowing that he wants it.
but she feels that the man just don't want her? So,
Okay.
like he wants poly and he's trying to get rid of her.
Okay.
Oh, how can she cope with it?
She feel like that. You know how women say, "Well, he just
He don't want me no more. He just trying to get rid of me.
Yeah.
He just want to do poly. He want to replace me and get rid
If
of
that
me.
was the case, sister, he would just replace you.
Thank you. Your ass have been gone. Long time ago.
Period. Point blank.
So if he's still there, that means he still wants your chap-lipped behind. So we selling lip gloss. Alright, to fix those chapped lips. What's the flavors we get?
Pineapple.
Pineapple.
And cotton candy.
And cotton. Oh wait, let's show them the cotton candy real quick. It's the cotton candy, this one right here?
Both of them. That poop. Yeah, both of those.
And cotton candy. See that? To fix those chapped lips. Yes. There we go. And stop dressing like a daddy dot. Stop dressing like that. They got dresses for sale. No, what they called? They're not called dresses. Y'all don't correct me on that.
The skirt.
Yeah, whatever. Same thing. So
No, this is a dress.
same thing.
That's a skirt.
Same thing. A chair is still a chair. Even if you sit in there.
If no one's sitting there.
No one's sitting.
I gotta say it like from St. Louis. A chair is still a chair. Even if you sit in there. Hey, look at Judy's face.
Okay.
Well, go ahead though. Anybody else want to chime in on that?
But that particular question goes back to a woman having low self-esteem, no confidence.
Yeah.
Not in her lane.
That too, and she doesn't know our worth. Most women, we're taught that it's one man and one woman. We're brought up that way, and that's the most excuse everybody seems to use. Oh, well, I wasn't brought up that way. Okay, well, you wasn't brought up a lot of ways. You wasn't brought up to be a thought, but you still was that. So
Wasn't brought up to keep the laws, statutes, and the commandments neither.
I wasn't brought up. You was brought up eating pork and shrimp and all that, but you stopped eating that though. This is no different. This is our custom. While in slavery, before slavery, these were our custom, but because the Romans couldn't do it, they put that custom on us to be monogamous and only have one because they couldn't do it. So we have.
Some of you Negroes acting like Romans today.
So I mean, if we get back to that, a lot of women do not realize if you are more open to polygyny, you have more husbands in the house, more fathers, because you may be dating two word B, trying to be over here with this baby mama and then be over here with this baby mama, then you spreading them thin. He'll be in the house with all the kids if y'all just accepted it.
Yeah.
He'll want to marry you then. Y'all won't be baby mamas no more. You'll actually be a wife.
And brothers, please contact me if your credit is trash. Man, if your credit is 600 and you want to get it together, get that house you've been wanting, or that car you want to drive off the lot, whatever you need, contact me so we can get your credit together, because damn, your credit says trash. But it's all good, brother. We got you. Then you drive off that lot, she gonna want you then. Ooh, look at Mikey. Look at his car. You know? I remember you was driving that 2005 SS. Socks and shoes. You know. So yo, straight up. So if you willing to invest in yourself, man, to get your credit going, man, yo, we'll make it happen. Get you some trade lines and, you know, get you going. You know. So yeah. That's what it is. Get your credit up. You know, credit is king around this deal. You think it's cash. No, it's credit. Because if you want land, you want a house or whatever it is, a car, whatever your little earthly possessions, the better your credit is, the lower your interest rate and everything. You know, we'll talk, brothers. You know, we will talk. And, you know, and sisters, if your husband credit is trash, hey, it's your duty to, as a helpmeet, help send them to us. You know? So, yeah. Send them to us. Get your credit together, brothers. Get your credit. Yo, get your credit. Ladies, fix them chapped ass lips. Thank you. And smell good, because you stink. Next question.
That was actually the last question.
Next question. That was it?
Yeah, that's all the questions that we had.
Yo, look at that. Let's get on over. Let me come and have a seat real quick. Look at her. She is so spoiled, dog. So, look like that was it for the other questions. Most High willing, if we got breath in our bodies, we'll definitely be back. Oh, I'm actually going to upload I need to upload the videos when we did our outings. Because we got footage and stuff like that we have that we didn't even share with you all. Live videos, like when we went to the Cheesecake Factory. Some other stuff too that I have that I'll upload after that. But pretty soon we'll do more like this as well. So no matter who you are, no matter what count, we're not gonna make this about doctrine. You know what I'm saying, brothers? It's mainly gonna be them, you know, doing their thing. Every now and then we have a few scriptures here and a few scriptures there. But to get full confirmation, sisters, you go and make sure this is okay, that your husband is allowing you to watch this channel and watch the video. Of course, you listen to him, what he has to say. And his word is what?
Law.
It's law. You get what I'm saying? And understand this, sisters, that the true beauty of a woman, is what?
In her silence.
In her what?
Her silence.
In her silence. You get what I'm saying? So, hopefully this video was helpful to someone out there. Once again, shout out to my big brother Caleb and his two wives, my sisters out in California. Shout out to my nephew Judah, Mr. Football Star. Yeah, so that's basically what we want to go ahead and go over today. So once again, hopefully this was helpful. And we won't say bye, we'll say what, y'all? Shalom!
It's a B production.